What's up guys, my name is Amir. Welcome back to the channel. So Samsung has just launched their Galaxy S20 FE, which stands for Fan Edition, and they did their Unpacked event live a couple of days back. I also live streamed that on my channel. Thank you to all those who joined in. I really enjoyed myself. The S20 FE falls below the S20 in Samsung's lineup, so it's basically aimed at those people who don't want a top-of-the-line flagship but want most of the flagship experience at a lower price. So many of the bells and whistles in the S20 FE are the same as what you'd get in Samsung's flagship lineup, but you will see things being toned down here and there to cut costs. Because while its bigger flagship brothers cost $1,000 and more, the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition starts at a lower $699. Pre-orders have already started and the phone will drop internationally on the 2nd of October, while here in Pakistan the retail price is 120,000 rupees and pre-orders are starting on the 1st of October. So clearly this phone has been launched as a direct competitor to OnePlus and for iPhone's lower-priced iPhone SE. Starting with the colors, we have a bunch of them. So Cloud Navy, Mint, White, Red, and our device today, which is Cloud Lavender. And the first thing that has been toned down in this phone is the build. So the S20 FE has a plastic back with an aluminum frame, although the back does have that matte satin finish, which is why all the colors have cloud in the name. And I must say I really like the look. It feels soft to the touch, has all the durability of plastic, and doesn't take any fingerprints. And when light hits it from different directions, there's a sort of dull prism shine to it. It's tough to explain, but it looks really good. I also like the way this phone feels in the hand because the matte finish back melts over the edge and makes the phone feel less slippery. On the front, we have Gorilla Glass 3 instead of 6 or 7 that you would get in the flagships, so you would want to cover this phone up with a screen protector ASAP. And in keeping with flagship traditions, the S20 FE comes with IP68 dust and water resistance, but obviously the build is not going to be as premium as Samsung's flagship phones. The phone comes with a 6.5-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display with that signature centralized hole punch cutout on top for the selfie camera. And don't worry, you're not giving up on the 120Hz high refresh rate, so using the phone will be buttery smooth and snappy, but the in-display fingerprint sensor that you get here is optical rather than ultrasonic. In terms of size, the S20 FE falls between the S20 and the S20 Plus, and you can see that there are noticeably thicker bezels and chin than what you would get in the flagship lineups. And the display here is flat, so you won't get any curve melting over the edge. Now this could be a plus for a lot of people because I know that many people don't like the curved displays. They prefer flat displays because of the accidental touches that curved displays cause. But I do feel that a curved display makes a phone feel and look more premium. Now with the build and the display having been toned down, the internals of this phone are flagship level. So Snapdragon 865 with an Adreno 650 GPU in North America and Europe. This variant will be 5G capable. And here in Asia, we will get the Exynos 990 with the Mali G77 GPU, which will be the 4G variant. This phone comes with either 128 or 256 gigs of UFS 3.1 storage and 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. Now this is a big selling point for this phone because you are getting top-of-the-line performance at a lower price point, and these internals are what you get in premium Android phones right now. And for those of you who are wondering if this phone has dual stereo speakers, then yes it does. Now talking about battery size and charging setup, in the Galaxy S20 FE, you get a big 4,500 mAh battery, and just like its bigger flagship brothers, you get 25 watts of super fast charging as well. Now this battery is bigger than what you get in the S20 and the same size as the S20 Plus and the Note 20 Ultra, so I wouldn't be surprised if this phone gives you really good battery life. Moving on to the cameras, here too things have been toned down. So there's a triple camera setup on the back with a 12 megapixel main camera, which is optically stabilized, a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and an 8 megapixel telephoto camera with 3x optical zoom and 30x space zoom. And on the front, there's a 32 megapixel selfie shooter. Now for me, 12 megapixels is the sweet spot with flagship phones, so I'm okay with the main and ultra wide cameras, and I use both these cameras more than the telephoto anyway. But I know many of you do care about the telephoto camera, and I will test out this camera for the full review, so if you're interested in watching that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. On the software side, we have Android 10 with Samsung's One UI 2.5, the same software experience you get with Samsung's flagship phones. This is one of the best interfaces in the Android space right now. I think it's a very good decision by Samsung to come out with the Galaxy S20 FE. Demand has increased for lower priced phones that give you much of the flagship experience, and I think the S20 FE will give you a flagship-like experience with a high refresh rate display, flagship level internals, a toned down but still good camera, and one of the best software experiences on the market. I'm going to go ahead and use it for a few days and then come back with the full review. If you're interested in watching that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, then please drop a like on it. Let me have your thoughts on the S20 FE in the comment section below. That'll be it for this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.